And now, it's time once again for the show that gives glorious voice to 25 million business owners across the fruited plain. Radio Free Enterprise with Frank Felker.
Hello, hello, hello. Thank you, Dude Walker. Welcome back to Radio Free Enterprise. My theme today is that my number one tip for live streamers, and that number one tip is just do it. Just don't worry about it. Don't tell yourself all the reasons why you can't do it. You got to go out there and do it. And, I also often say that we all learn best by our mistakes, and that's how I became an expert. A perfect example of it is the live stream I just did about 20 minutes ago, in which you couldn't hear what I was saying. You heard the music, you heard Dude Walker in the opening, you heard some music at the ending, but you didn't hear my happy voice coming through to you. And as much as I try to, make sure all the dials and switches are where they're supposed to be, every so often a little gremlin climbs in there and decides that you're going to mess up today, pal. So you can't let that stop you either. I went through, good 6 or 7 minutes of talking. You had no idea what I was saying, and it's just as well, because I will probably do a better job this time. But I do think it's ironic, and I don't know what else, that my message is that don't let anything stop you from live streaming, including yourself. And let's face it, it really is you that's stopping you. It's you that's telling you that you don't like the way you look on camera, or you don't like the sound of your voice, or you can't figure out the technology, and etc. And as far as your looks and your sound, I'm telling you from all my years of experience, you just got to get over it. That is the way you look, and that is the way you sound. And people, everybody out there in the world, they already know it, so you might as well wake up and figure it out also. This is the way you look, and this is the way you sound. And I think it's an important point to bring out that authenticity of your message and your delivery are critical factors, success factors for you in being able to deliver a message clearly. So in addition to my top point of just do it, figure it out and move forward, let me give you a couple of other little tips that may help you along the way. First off is structure your message. Have a strong message, and let's say it's almost like the subject line of an email. What it is that we're here to talk about. And we're here today to talk about my number one tip, which is just do it. Then you're going to want to have 2 or 3 sub-points. So I'm giving you a couple of sub-messages about how to prepare and so forth. And then you want to wrap it up with a repetition of what your initial point was and some type of call to action. So the next tip I would give you is keep your audience in mind. I see so many live streams done where it doesn't start for God knows how long before they get started. They really not sure exactly what they're going to talk about. The video's bad, the lighting's bad, and worst of all, the audio is bad. Keep in mind your audience every time you're doing something. It's not about you, it's about the audience. The third thing I would say is think about how you can repurpose this content. Now, I'm going to repurpose this as an audio podcast post. I'm also going to be using this in my email blast that I send out once a week. And I'm also going to be repurposing this entire podcast as an opportunity to bring you information from other people. The tagline for Radio Free Enterprise, our motto is brain food for business owners. So I'm not going to be just sharing what it is that I think about this, that, or the other thing. I'm also going to be bringing you guests who are going to be authors and speakers and successful business people, thought leaders, other people who can share their thoughts with you and bring their unique perspective to bear. This will include authors who have written books, and I'll be asking them about what compelled them to write that book. What's the overarching message? What can we as business owners learn from them to advance our cause and make our businesses more profitable? So that's the third message I would give you is start live streaming so that you can repurpose your content. I guess the last thing I want to leave you with is, especially based on my experience just today, you just don't know what's going to happen. Today, I am streaming live to YouTube and Facebook. Some of my friends on Facebook in the last stream I did a few minutes ago said, Frank, we can't hear you. Well, I couldn't hear them either, and I've got too many plates spinning right now to keep track of comments coming in from Facebook at the same time, but I appreciate them doing that. Just start doing it. I can tell you right now, just today, the stream I'm sharing with you right now is much better than the one I did just 20 minutes ago. I was a lot more nervous last time. And it's funny that even having made that mistake and being, embarrassed about it, I feel less nervous this time. So don't let anything get in your way. Make sure that you've got something to say and get out there and say it. If you're interested in promoting and mastering your personal brand in the digital age, there's nothing out there that's more of a powerful tool than live streaming. You need to grab a hold of that tool and make use of it. If this information was of value to you, I'd appreciate it if you would go to digitalmediapositioning.com and sign up to receive information like this from me by email on a weekly basis. Till next time, this is Frank Felker saying, I'll see you on the radio.